So hi everyone, it's Angel 111 Mima, and it's Shabbat and we're still celebrating Sukkot, but I was forced to do this. And this is not something, because I was even contemplating. I was doing my bath, my ritual shower, and I got this message, like, refer back to the Rosh Hashanah video that we gave you the downloads. Check on Sukkot what the message you got, and there is something they told me I have to expose today. Honestly, I know this is going to be a blow up, but please, I'm begging you, do not cause chaos. If this escalates, we're not going to be in peace. So please, I posted the video of Sukkot. You will hear the message. There's something to do with adultery, and I will explain who is behind this. How was the factor behind this? Do you see how handlers can play a role in affecting a nation or an entire generation based on greed? I know you're going to hate me today, Bibi. But I have God. When Elohim sends his angels and give me a download, and I'm forced to do it, I'm too small for this. But in my spiritual world, I'm a giant. I know people will think I'm crazy, but this is how it is. I've been explaining about my father's reincarnation. I have done videos with new moon and the last 4 or 5 videos. I explained about what is happening, what is being established through my father. Soul is coming down and someone will be embodying it coming towards me. Somebody created a barrier and created a lie, including identity theft. Because of all this, they wanted to divert it. And I always tell people, be very careful when I give you message and I tell you this is something from the other world, and you call me crazy, or you try to censor me and give this message to somebody else to say it. How I say it, it's me and my guides in it. It's not how my third parties, not even my moderators, not even the woman who gave birth to me, can pass this message the way I do it. Let's just cut this short. Why was I told to do this video on Shabbat, Sukkot, at this hour when I'm supposed to do nothing? We are always resting and praying. Well, here comes the truth. Those who have been following me back then, I did tell you, before Netanyahu was out, he was drunk in power. And by the way, I was wearing something in red. I wanted to wear red and black. I was told, no, you need to go in gray and blue, because this is the color where Ukraine and the whole allies, even you Muslim, support it, the Latin one. And blue is the color also of Israel. So they should not say you are going there as an enemy. You are wearing the same attire, because you people have the mentality of using colors to pass the message. So I've come with the right, just like you. I'm just one of you right now. There is no way you can. That's why I said don't touch Sagittarius, Scorpio Sagittarius, don't touch these things, because you need to listen. This blunder started from you two people, and it's about to ruin many things. But let's pray and hope we will find a solution when I do this, and check with the Quran as well, because that's why I was told. Tell them, and then once you air this energy, you will see what will happen. So I'll be talking while shuffling, because I just need to totally make sure that the whole deck is not together. It's totally shut, cleaned. Here comes, and I don't want to see bullshit politics here. especially the Kenyan group, stay very far. Let me finish, then you can attack one another. But it started from there and all the way up. Those who followed me back then, when Netanyahu was still in power, do you remember? And a person like Stephanie stepped on board and was lying to everyone. That's the danger of lying. Hoes like you pretending to be preaching in the name of God, but you are just behind the scene being very demonic, passing the wrong message, including Nari. What happened? And I'm talking about the Sagittarius beach. I am very angry. Those who followed me back then, Netanyahu was still in power. There was a day we were in Western Wall and there was a big table. There was a huge judgment. I was with Jit Shalom. He stood up and he was very tall. I was the most youngest there, but I was given a crown and I was sitting on the high table. There were so many rabbis, so many people. People were fighting. And suddenly, Jit Shalom stood up. He was more like a giant and he screamed. And the next thing that happened, it was like thunder. And there was a wall which fell. Go back to those videos. I hope my enemy has not deleted them. And even the messages that I texted, because I don't delete my text ever since I started this. Because that is how my copycat Capricorn has fooled everybody, especially this female, lying to people she's Mima when she's not a Libra, she's a Capricorn. She was just copying my work. There's nothing like mother-daughter doing this together, nothing like that. These people were stalking, copying, stalking, copying. That is how their life was, including you, Scorpio. And I don't care who is moderating right now. I know Scorpio always sits next to me for their own selfish need, but today I'm gonna rip you off because you need to bloody come clean. And your Yom Kippur, I don't know even how you did it because you still have to do that a lot. There's a lot of Gola you need to do. You are playing with God, with your allies, including the Sagittarius. So here comes the story. When that dream came, it was a warning. And the blunder was done by none other than Benjamin Netanyahu. And I did say he had reached 12 years in power. And we all know in the Jewish community, especially Team Kabbalah, 12 plays a big role in our lives. When this whole, first of all, who is moderating? If it is you, honey, get out of here. You are bringing a very wrong energy. Just get out of here. Someone in Kenya trying to moderate. If it is you, cat, just go. Pass the thing to the right people. I need really, really strong people, not cartoons who are femme fatale here. And the cats. What happened here? Unfortunately, we all know in the Kabbalah, the 12 plays a big role in everything. 12 is the first 12 cycle segments of our life. If you look at the natal chart, and that's how children have bad mitzvah. It's the bridge which is now allowing children to cross from childhood to adulthood. That's a big role, and that is why it's a big celebration in the Jewish community for a child to move from childhood to adulthood. That's how 12 plays. Every cycle of 12 plays a role. I even explained last time, people who are doing studies, for example, being like spiritually recognized up there, even if you're born with your gifts, you'll have to go to 3 cycles of your natal chart because there are lessons you need to learn. So 12 good years Netanyahu was in power. And just when he was in the last final year, there was so many blunders he did. And it created even a rift between the communities in Israel. And I came here and I did say, this is a message I got directly from Jit Shalom. We were sitting on the Western Wall, a big table with so many people, so many rabbis, and they were sitting there. I was the youngest next to him, but I was crowned and I was sitting there. When he screamed, everything went dead. A wall even fell and there was a big thunder. And it was more like judgment. And we're told people should keep peace. Netanyahu was supposed to slowly now exit because he had finished the cycle. This message was twisted, and now this is why these people are going to be extremely facing the wrath of God. One of them is you, Scorpio, who represents Netanyahu, handler. The other one is Sagittarius. Should I say Nari Hamdan? You two knew exactly what you're doing. It started with identity theft, stealing my work, Nari. Twisted the whole story and pushed Netanyahu back to power. You know you won that chair via corruption. It's not my words. I might be talking, but you are talking to a very, very old, ancient guide of yours. Right now, you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you want, but that's the reason I said they pushed me to do this. The first sin you did was earning the chair, earning back your power in the most wrong way. And you were helped by someone who was pretending to be me when I had already passed the right message from Jid Shalom, Shalom Sharabi, who is resting, you know where, at the temple point, where the graveyards are, with a lot of olive trees. You disrespected this man because you are so drunk in power, the relation you two had with Nari. And that is why I said, go and check the reading. I was told, go and check the Sukkot reading. There is something to do with adultery. So you know what you have done. I'm not here to expose you. I told you, I am talking, but it's not me talking. There is something inside me talking, addressing you. I don't know your life personal secrets. But this message is coming strongly. And if you only knew how my back is burning like fire right now, because they are here. Those who can read signs and know that there is something which is inside me, you will see it on my face, especially Team Kabbalah. You will know I am speaking the truth, and it's not me talking only. There is somebody else talking here, and it's an ancient soul addressing this problem directly from Israel. You are trying to hold on to something, and you know you are trying to have security, but you are not doing the right thing. Why did you deprive the Jews, the Israelis, their rights to exercise their freedom of choice? You betrayed them. And this is why now your ancestors are not happy. And it comes from something to do with money and adultery, that you decided to cut off so many people, betrayed so many people, stabbed so many people, that you didn't even care the consequences of everyone. Are you ready to take accountability of your actions? How long will you keep on betraying people? People close to you, people around you, and you didn't do it alone. You did it with a woman because of your greed. Why did you lie? Even Sarah is your daughter. Why did you lie? Go and check Sukkot reading. I just posted it. Judgment. And we are here today. There's a card which has flipped. And there's a Leo who is involved. Yes, I know. Joshua, you are one of them. And that Capricorn woman. Why did you lie? There is judgment coming. You will have to make a choice. Something has to be left behind if you want to hold this nation in order. And this will affect you, Leo, Sagittarius was the liar, and the rest who are involved. You will know yourselves. There's a Taurus here. You didn't see it coming. There is a new moon upcoming in Libra. Remember what I was telling you all about the sun entering Libra? Remember what I told you? It's the season of justice. Even if something is buried, it will bubble up and justice will prevail, even if it's something which has been done long time. You don't see it coming. The upcoming new moon in Libra is going to affect you and this group. There is judgment taking place as we are talking right now. Yes, you're not going to be happy because you created an illusion. There was a Cancer or a mother figure who was also involved in this. You need to all protect yourself because what you have done was beyond the will of God. I'm not here to judge you. I'm passing a message and I'm telling you, it's not even me talking like this because I don't pass my messages like this. You really need now to protect yourself. Come clean before this happens. It's already in the midst, but upcoming new moon, this is where you're going to see that there is no protection. And all these illusions that you have created are going to be thwarted because this is already destined. I told you, in Kabbalah, in the Jewish world, this will is very important. It determines your destiny from the moment you're born. Of course, the natal chart is our destiny. But in the Jewish world, in the Kabbalah, the first thing we look at is your will. And you know that. Why did you go against it? Whatever you have is going to be short-lived. You know this is the card of what? A spiritual assassin, a real assassin. I'm not saying you're going to be assassinated, but you have assassinated your destiny. But the universe will not allow you to assassinate the destiny of the people's voices. I'm sorry. I know I have Scorpios all over me, but when it comes to justice and when I'm pushed to do this, I was even scared to come towards the camera because I know who is behind me, who is in my system right now. But I'm pushed and urged to do it. I shall not fear people, I shall fear God. These things are happening so fast. All this you did because of money. And yes, it was a narcissist woman. You know what you have done with a Sagittarius. And that is the reason you have to speak your truth. I was told to manifest this, bring this truth here. Because I am your justice. Not me. I'm just a messenger. I'm a Libra. I was told manifest this in 3D so justice can now prevail. Yes, I am your justice. On behalf of the spiritual realm, I was brought down to give you this message. Now I'm manifesting the justice. Are you going to speak your truth with this narcissist? What you have been doing behind the scene? Or are you just going to shut the fuck up? Because regardless what you're going to do, your cycle is going to end. How do you want to end it? Is your choice. Because the only thing that is going to set you free is nothing but your truth. Do you get me now? Do you get me? All illusion, lies, everything you are creating here, including the real Jews who are here. Starting with you, Sarah, you will need to speak your truth now. There's nothing like Hebrew shitty. Don't tell me that. Most of you are just lying. This was done because people wanted money. It was all out of greed. But now the universe is stepping in. There's a stone here. This is the hand of God. You are going to speak the truth and bring the justice. God is going to bless everybody. Right your wrongs. You're going to lie. You're gonna be the Goliath, because God is going to give us that stone and we're gonna be the David. So if you're a lawmaker, whoever, you will need to speak the truth. Too many lies, too many manipulation. This has to end, and it is ending today. Yes, it's going to be extremely heartbroken, but I'd rather be hated for speaking the truth than comfort people with lies, and especially if I'm urged to do this by the will of God. This is the stick of Moses. He went against Pharaoh, the most powerful person in the whole world back then. But it was God who empowered him and made him do it, to speak the truth. So yes, this can be a Capricorn involved. It's either going to be teamwork, whatever it is. You need to speak your truth, right your wrongs, and atone your sins, because you have gone too far. You have gone too far. I don't need this cup. This is a tower that is heading towards you. Now, I'm going to confirm it. Ya Quran. Is it true that the whole message that I passed here, I didn't make it up? It comes directly from the spiritual realm and straight to these people who were involved. You got me? There is no more illusion. You cannot put people in poverty anymore. And you will not keep me stuck anymore because of this narcissist of yours, that who wants to control everyone and everything. This chapter is ending. If it's not ending, it will just go. Just like the way I told this Tani group and Mohammed and someone was Mamchi Jaradi and your entire group, you brought this, and I'm telling you openly, Team Penny, Team Balo, Team Goldsmith, watch your back, because Tani means second. The first one has gone, there will be a second soul which will have to go. There's a price to pay when you enter in the spiritual realm and try to manipulate anything. And it's not my word. I did say there will be another death. Out of these families I've mentioned, clean yourselves. Greed is about to take another soul from your families. And this comes from the ancestors. It's not me. It comes from the ancestors. Watch your back. That's the message I had to give. I hope you understand what I mean. There is adultery involved. There was a foul play, and you pushed yourself to get a position that was not supposed to be yours, and even manipulate people from their rights to get money.